Welcome back to another episode of the On Deck Circle podcast. I am your host, Nick Zaniboni, aka the Italian Breakfast, with my co-hosts on the eve of opening day, Jason Beckner. How you doing?
What is up, Nick? It's like almost like it's probably the second best eve next to I don't know, maybe Christmas Eve or New Year's. Well, we'll go New Year's Eve.
All right. Well,
it's
in
a great day.
Of the eve of opening day, I've got my Red Sox jersey on. Jason's got his Cubs jersey on, and it's time for the cold open question of the week. Jason, you may or may not know this. I am getting married in August. This coming weekend, I'm having my bachelor party up in New Hampshire. I would like for you to tell me what you did for your bachelor party. Ready, set, go. All right, Jason, let me hear it.
Yeah, first off, congratulations on getting married, soon to be getting married.
Can't wait.
Shout out Nick's fiance.
Shout out Britt.
Shout out Britt.
150.
Shout out Britt for someone marrying Nick. So shout out her. But I feel like we probably are gonna have similar bachelor party. Well, so it's kind of how you're going to New Hampshire. We went to Michigan City, Indiana, okay. which is actually kind of funny because it's in Indiana, but it's like right on the border of Michigan, Indiana, right on the lake, right on Lake Michigan. Rented a house, went like an Airbnb. We had like a bunch of stuff planned during the day, like breweries. Went to like 3 or 4 different breweries.
Exactly.
Just started getting hammered early. Yeah, and then there's a casino right in Michigan City, so obviously spent most of the night at I think it was Blue Chip Casino.
Okay.
And there was also some, extracurricular activities as well, as most bachelor parties seem to do. So yeah, exactly. We'll leave it at the extracurricular activities. That's how we'll leave it at.
Have I told you about the house that we got or not?
No.
So we got this huge house in the middle of nowhere in New Hampshire.
Nice.
When you came to Boston, did you go to New Hampshire or no? Or you drove through it from?
Stopped. Yes, we stopped. We made a point to stop in New Hampshire because I'm like, we have to. We're going through it. There was a little town on the lake or on the ocean. I forgot what it's called. You go basically right through it almost when you're going down Route 1.
See?
What was it?
Was it Manchester?
No, it's on Route 1.
Okay.
It was a small, tiny little town. Like it literally looked like the Pilgrims lived there, which I'm sure they did like a super long time ago.
Possible.
Yeah. So yes, we did go to New Hampshire.
All right, so we're in the middle of nowhere. This gigantic Airbnb with a movie theater inside of it, Jason.
Oh, shit.
And what's happening this weekend, Jason?
WrestleMania
inside of the movie theater.
Nice.
Airbnb. So my friends who do not like wrestling, none of them, they're all forced to now drive up to New Hampshire. We'll have fun Friday night. We'll have fun Saturday day. But best believe, I have a bag full of wrestling T-shirts that I'm going to hand out, and they all must sit in the movie theater and watch WrestleMania.
Are these custom wrestling shirts or
just my old ones? I'll throw them out. You get a shirt. But then
okay.
I'm a big wrestling shirt guy.
2 things. One, the town was called Portsmouth. Yes, we stopped there. That thanks to the iPhone. Shout out iPhones. Gave me the location of where I took that photo. And that's in New Hampshire.
Cool. Nice.
And then, so on top of this, we're talking WrestleMania, right? I will not be around to watch Saturday night of WrestleMania.
Okay.
Am I going to miss a lot of good stuff on Saturday night?
You'll miss the Logan Paul, but you can.
That's what I want.
Hey, you can watch it the next day.
So you're sure that Logan Paul won't be on Sunday?
Yeah, they already announced that that's Saturday because it's his birthday too. Yeah, he's about to lose his birthday.
You think he's gonna lose?
I'm a big Seth Rollins guy.
See, it's funny because I'm just getting back into wrestling, right? So I'm just kind of learning all these guys. Like, I don't see a lot of these guys. I don't see the allure and like why people like it. Like Seth Rollins. I don't see what the allure is to him. I don't see the allure to Austin Theory. These guys, like those guys are like almost interchangeable to me. They're like the same guy.
That's a take. That's fine.
I'm like, like
have that take, Jason. It's just wrong.
Okay,
if you correct me on baseball, sure. I'm correcting you on wrestling.
But again, I'm an old head. I come from like the Attitude Era or whatever it was called from WWE. Like people had personas. Like we had Undertaker, Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan.
They were just given jobs. The Undertaker.
Yes, exactly. But they at least had some sort of.
Is just like an unbelievable athlete. They're all just athletes.
They had some sort of gimmick to them.
Yes, exactly.
Where like nowadays it's just like this guy is just muscular with long hair.
Yeah, and like they spray their hair. They're all wet. They're always wet. It's fine.
So what's going to be on Sunday night then?
Sunday night, the main event is
Cena.
No, Saturday's also Cena.
Dude, I'm literally missing why. What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
But Sunday is the main event. Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns for the championship. Everyone expects Cody to win, but what if he doesn't? Is my only thing.
Okay. I saw you promoted a tweet today from The Athletic.
Yeah, from our guy Mike. Our 30 Rock mate.
Yeah, I didn't know that there was such dedication that there was even blogs written about fake fighting.
You don't even know the amount of wrestling podcasts that I listen to.
And like, is this just go deep dives on theories and stuff, or what's the okay?
I've approached Fantasy Six Pack a couple times for maybe start a little wrestling pod.
There you go. Wrestling.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I guess we should talk about baseball, Jason.
Yeah, we got some business to take care of too, right?
Actually,
so
wait,
go ahead.
No.
Okay.
Do the spiel and then I'll tell my funny story that you know.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Listener doesn't.
So if you're playing fantasy baseball and you're not on Fantrax, I'm not sure what you're doing. You need to sign up and you can move your league and start a new league. You can go to fantrax.com/fantasy six pack. They got the best player pool out there, best customization, especially if you're playing Dynasty. There's no other one compared to Fantrax. So head on over, move your league over. They got a bunch of giveaways. I think if you might still be running through today, move your league or start a new league there. You get entered into a giveaway. A lot of cool stuff like a Vlad Guerrero Jr. signed jersey, things like that. So go ahead and try to sign up at fantrax.com/fantasy six pack. And if you're done with that, you might as well just head over to fantasy6pack.net and sign up for our all access memberships. You get tons of great content, award-winning rankings. We got a Discord going where you can get advice from the likes of me and other Fantasy Six Pack members. Cheat sheets if you're still drafting for some reason. Some people want my last minute best ball. We got cheat sheets over there. Go ahead and sign up over there at the fantasy6pack.net. Use code F6PMLB. You get an extra 15% off. And that's the business. What's the funny story?
All right, Jason. So as you know, I work at a before and after school program.
Yeah.
And I work with like fourth, fifth, and sixth graders. So, and they all have their laptops. So that's what the schoolwork. One kid goes, Nick, how do you spell your name?
Mm-hmm.
Spell it. What do I hear? No, probably 30 seconds ago. Welcome to the On Deck Circle podcast. Hi,
hey, it's a view, right? Shout out that kid. Give us a view.
And then I said, oh my God, no. And then I shut it off. Then the next kid does it. Boom. Welcome to the On Deck Circle podcast.
They just got started making the rounds of the class or what?
Yeah. So we might get a few viewers, maybe a couple extra views. I had to talk.
You better be subscribed.
I was like, hey, sometimes I swear, like, my bad. But that's the Italian breakfast talking, not Mr. Nick.
Yeah.
I just need everyone to know that my persona from now on is no longer Nick Z. I will only be the Italian breakfast. So
similar to a wrestler.
Exactly.
Similar to a wrestler, you have a persona.
Breakfast. Exactly. Two separate entities, Mr. Nick or Nick and the Italian breakfast. Two separate. Okay. So I just need that to be known to everyone.
They better be subscribed to this channel or they're getting
Charlotte, if you're watching, Hello? And like none of them were like the sports kids either. There were like these girls that like don't eat, like wouldn't know a ball if it hit him in the face.
Shout out Carolyn. Better be subscribed.
Exactly.
Or Charlotte. What's her name? I don't remember.
Charlotte.
Better be subscribed.
All right. I guess we should get on with like important stuff.
I mean, we are on the eve of, opening day. And also the one great thing about opening day too is, every team plays, I believe.
I'm fucking going.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're going tomorrow?
Yeah.
Or Friday?
Tomorrow.
Oh, so you're going tomorrow and Friday?
No, Friday's off. So tomorrow I go to the Sox. Next day I drive up to New Hampshire. So
gotcha.
The day after off, so they can make it up if it gets rained out. Gotcha.
All right, yeah. So I mean, every team's playing. So what other, we got to get our award predictions in. Yeah. Also, I forgot. Did you bring your last year's predictions?
If you can give me,
follow my man Glenjamin and get over and hit that subscribe button because he just did. He's in for some great stuff.
Oh, that's Charlotte's dad. No,
they're ready.
I'm just.
Shout out Glenjamin.
No. The only one I have is our MVP prediction because I made these actually really cool visuals.
Okay,
but
let's just hit us with last year's MVPs right now before we go into our this year's.
Year I went with Byron Buxton.
Big bust.
Yep, Byron Buston.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting married, all right, Dave or he shall not be named is Shohei, which is fucking cheating. Which
he didn't win, so he didn't get a hit. So
yeah, and then Vladdy was yours.
Oh,
I have mine for these. My AL Cy Young, Shane McClanahan, which was like good. I don't think he won.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. I don't want to waste too much time, but I definitely have mine. When you're talking about yours, Glenjamin's on your side with the Buxton though. When healthy, the man is highly efficient. Just a matter of staying on the field. But I'll find mine. What do you want to do first? Should we do MVP or Cy Young or Rookie of the Year?
Let's start with
MVP.
Yeah,
that's such that's like going reverse order.
Oh, do you want to save MVP for last?
Well, no, we'll go like prospect and Rookie of the Year. So we'll go Rookie of the Year first.
Okay.
Cy Young, MVP, and then prospect last.
Great, and we're doing both sides, right?
Yes, except for prospect. I didn't because sometimes they change so much. It's hard to they get traded around so much. We're gonna go to the AL and our Rookie of the Year. I will let. Whatever you want to do for AL, and doesn't really matter.
Let's go AL because that's where I live.
Okay.
All right. This is easy for me. I had two choices. It was Tristan Casas or Yoshi. I went with Yoshi. His classic, which I did not enjoy, was fun to watch. He is very exciting. He hit a home run the other day that was 420, and when they signed him, they were just like, oh, he's like a slap hitter. A slap hitter doesn't hit a ball at 420. I think we've been underselling the whole power with him. Not saying he's going to hit 25, 30 jacks. But if he gets 18, like that's fucking sick. Like awesome. And he has a great plate discipline, I guess you could say. So I'm pumped to see him tomorrow. And between him and Cassis was tough. I'm a big Cassis guy. But I think Heim just needs a win at this point, and I hope that Yoshi is that win.
Yeah, I mean, I think he definitely has a strong case for it, right? He's kind of that cheat code with the rookies. He's a 29-year-old rookie, so he's already seen advanced pitching. Looked amazing in the World Baseball Classic. I think it's a great pick. I think he's got a very strong case. However, just like Darth Vader, Glenjamin, your dad says it's Volpe's Rookie of the Year, the dark side.
I fucking hope so, man.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go a little bit more on the like a dark horse, I guess. I could have gone Yoshida. I thought Cassis, Volpe's a good one too. I think Volpe might hit some struggles early on. But I'm going to go with a little bit of dark horse. I'm going to go Josh Jung, third base from Texas.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. So, last year, everyone's kind of tabbing him up to be, that rookie of the year. Hype train in the early spring. Obviously got derailed by the injury, was out most of the year. Did come back end of last year. Had a little bit of issues with the approach at the plate. Had a huge strikeout rate. If you can cut back on that strikeout rates, that'll really help him a lot. The power is there. He had 5 home runs in only 26 games last September. I think the approach to the plate is there. I think maybe it's been it's the first month of the season in the majors. It's a 350 hitter at Texas Tech. He has a 300 hitter career in the minors, including a 350 hitter at the high levels. So I think that approach to the plate is there. The ability to hit for average is there. If you can just he may have been just getting aggressive early on in his career. I think he bounces back and wins the AL Rookie of the Year.
Nice. He's currently plus 2,000 odds. So, Yoshi is plus 500. Gunnar is the betting favorite, and Volpe jumped up to number 2.
Yeah, I mean, once he made the roster, it was a huge favorite for sure.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm just going to continue with the betting odds of these because this is a fun little wrinkle of it.
Yeah.
NL Rookie of the Year. Who do you got? I would like to hear yours.
Oh, all right. Let me go again. Yeah.
Snake it.
This one was a little bit harder.
It was a lot harder.
Yeah, there's not a lot of guys that are chomping at the bit or looking to be that dominant prospect to make the transition. So I went ahead and I'm going to go with Fransisco Alvarez, catcher for the Mets.
Whoa, nice.
Yeah. I think, he had a little bit of disappointing 2022. He only had a real small sample size, but he did have 27 home runs in 112 games in the minors last year. He's got a great on-base ability. He's not with the club right out opening day, but that's not an issue. There's plenty of guys that come up in May can still make a run at the Rookie of the Year, especially if there's not a huge race going on. The batting average will be an issue. He's never been a huge batting average guy, which, I mean, when we're talking about Rookie of the Year, batting average really isn't a huge factor. I guess it's more along the lines of most valuable player of rookies, right? So I think he has that ability to, get on base, hit for power. I think, he's in a pretty loaded lineup with the Mets. If he can get pushed, he's down right now, but if he can get back up here by end of April, middle of May, I think he has a good chance of at least contending for Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, he has better odds than Josh Jung. He's 1,800.
See?
And I thought this one was going to be I knew he was up there. I went with Miguel Vargas, mostly just because he was so good this spring. And there was I wish I had the tweet on me. He didn't swing for 4.
Yeah, they told him not to swing. He's dealing with some sort of
there was some
shoulder injury or something.
Yeah,
some sort of injury.
He was going up there not swinging. He was still getting on base.
Yeah.
So he's someone that I'm excited about, strictly just because the Dodgers are, like I've said before, are one of those teams. If they don't trade the prospect, he's good, unless it's Cody Bellinger. But he's just someone I'm pumped to see. I don't know where exactly. I don't know if he's a corner guy. I don't know if he's playing third base or first base, but he should be playing every day and should be starting with the club. So I'm excited about that. The betting favorite is Jordan Walker. They love these new guys that get the call.
Yeah. And even Glenn Jimenez has been here tuning in. He thinks Walker as well.
Yeah,
that's a good strong case. Again, there's just
was the layup for me. I just didn't want to take it.
Yeah, I think a lot of times these guys with the high hit rates, it depends. One injury for any of them, I guess, could default their season. But Walker's a good one too. Obviously, that's the betting favorite right now.
For sure. Have you seen him? Dude, they tweeted out a picture of him. He looks like a man.
Yeah, he is definitely a man among boys right now.
42. Nope, he's 20.
It pains me to talk about Walker because I recently was reviewing some old drafts and the Cubs passed on him. I mean, it's sort of a bunch of I think 15 or something other teams, but 5 spots after the Cubs drafted Ed Howard, which is looking to be a bit of a disappointment. The Cardinals took Jordan Walker
for the last segment. That's a part of my rambling.
Oh, okay, cool.
I fell deep into drafts today.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Yeah. All right. So now we're gonna go with which one did you want? Prospect or
No, we're gonna go to Cy Youngs now.
All right. Cy Young. AL. Kevin Gausman. I'm all about. Oh, for real?
No, I didn't pick Gausman. I'm not a Gausman guy, but
okay.
Talk to me about him. Let me know.
I'm big on the Blue Jays this year, and I think he's going to be the reason why. He's just there. I know Manoah is like good, but I think Gausman is very good. And this year, I think he's going to lead them in wins and everything. And since I think they will be representing the Blue Jays in the World Series, they will be representing the AL. I think he'll be the reason why. And the best pitcher on the best team wins the Cy Young.
That's usually the case, yeah.
Except for Sandy Alcantara. But still.
Yeah. If you're dominant enough, you don't have to be on the, especially for Cy Young.
Why are you not a Gausman guy?
He's just a two-pitch pitcher. I don't usually favor two-pitch pitchers, especially starters. I mean, look, it's been effective, right? It's not like he can't. I just don't. A lot of times, if he starts struggling with one of the pitches, it's hard to get the results that you want from just two pitches. It doesn't really happen that often. Again, he's proven that his two pitches are dominant enough to, obviously be effective, but I'm just not a Gausman guy.
That's fine.
But I like the take because mine's pretty much chalk. Not chalk. I mean, it's pretty close to chalk, but
1,600. I'll put.
Who is Gausman?
Yeah, I'll put $10 on that. Buy me a nice.
Right. I'm gonna go with a little bit of a chalk on my pick. I guess it's chalk, but not because it's Ohtani for Cy Young. Most people want Ohtani for
he's MVP.
Yeah. The only thing that worries me about Ohtani is he just doesn't get the starts. He only gets 25 to 30. If he can somehow get they've been saying they might, take the limits off and start letting him pitch a couple times, twice a week, every once in a while, not just the once a week like they have been the last 2 years. It's what now, 2 years removed from Tommy John. So, the innings have started to steadily increase. He pitched 166 last year, up from 133 the year before. He might get closer to that. I think that 180. I think if you can get up to 180, he can get put into consideration for Cy Young. I think he should have won MVP last year. I think he got robbed. Again, I think MLB and the baseball voters, they like to separate the two guys. Hitters and pitchers. Is the only thing that sucks for Ohtani is he does great at both. But I think this is the year they finally give him a nod at something. It could be MVP. I'm going to bank on Cy Young. I think he's poised to make that next leap into the 180 innings pitched. Obviously, we know what he can do on the mound. The guy's a beast. So I think he'll get that Cy Young this year.
Yeah, nice one.
All right. So now after that, we'll just jump over to MVP.
Wait, no, NL Cy Young.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Jumping the gun here. Getting all anxious. What we want to talk about. You want me to go again, or you want to go?
Go. I gotta find these.
My Cy Young vote is Marcus Stroman. No, I'm just kidding. My Cy Young, I think this one's kind of bold. I like it. And I think it's actually plausible. I think Justin Verlander goes back to back.
Oh,
AL last year, NL this year. The 40-year-old goes back to back. I mean, the guy hasn't had an xERA above 3 since 2017. He's a little bit of a tick down in the strikeout department last year, but still just super dominant. A 1.75 ERA, I believe, last year, which is obviously by far and away the best. Guy just continues to show wonders at age 39, age 40 season. He's going to get the wins. He's on the Mets. The Mets will get wins. I think he's absolutely capable of winning the NL Cy Young going back to back.
I picked his teammate, Jason.
Scherzer?
No, Senga.
Oh.
No, Scherzer, yes. You're like, you didn't even pick him for Rookie of the Year.
I know. I was like, what?
No, I went with Max. Basically,
Benjamin's going bold and saying DeGrom stays healthy and takes it.
Well, not for the Mets.
Well, no, but for the AL.
No, I really wanted to pick Corbin Burns,
But
I legitimately think he's getting traded. By the
you think so?
deadline, he'll be on a different team. Probably the Yankees, and it's going to bum me out. But the whole arbitration thing with him really kind of fucked him. So I wanted to go with someone else, and I was like, I don't want to pick Sandy again because I picked Sandy last year. Bang. And Max is just a gamer, and give him the ball. Give him the ball any night of every day, and he'll win. So easy.
Yeah, I like it. Definitely. Right. That's a good one.
MVP.
Man, I keep trying to find my in-between talking points. I keep looking for last year's results, and I had him as a Google sheet, and I can't.
Yeah, mine's currently.
Can't find it.
All right, AL MVP. I didn't want to. I texted Jason before the podcast and said, "Hey, no Ohtani," and he goes, "What?" But he picked him as Cy Young, which is fine.
Right.
But Ohtani's currently a plus 190 to win MVP.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost obvious.
So I looked at the betting odds, and I settled on J-Ram. I think the Indians are going to be fun, frisky team, probably win the Central, unless the White Sox actually show up. But I'm interested in the new base, the new bases and the no shift rules with J-Ram. And I think he's probably one of the people that's going to benefit the most from it. I think people forget how many bases this guy steals. And he could easily have 30-30 and bat like over 280, 290 and easily. Still be very good. And I think he'll win the MVP if the Indians make the playoffs, is basically where I'm at.
No, I like it. I think last week in our bold predictions, I said there would be multiple guys going 30-30. Yeah, one of them was J-Ram. Mm-hmm. And I think another one that goes 30 is my AL pick, and that's going to be Julio Rodriguez.
Nice.
I think he follows in Kris Bryant's footsteps, goes with that Rookie of the Year, follows that right up with the MVP. Goes 30-30. He possibly could even go 35-35. I'm not going to say 40-40. That's a pretty big stretch for a sophomore. But it's not like it's out of the realm. I think 35-35 is definitely a possibility. Hits for high average again. The Mariners made the playoffs last year. I think they got a strong case of making the playoffs again this year, just like you said. Usually as long as the team makes the playoffs or was one of the top teams in the AL, which they will be, I think at least the top 5 or 4. I think, he has every ability to win the AL MVP for sure. Yeah.
All right. NL, what you got?
I think it's like a carbon copy of Julio Rodriguez. That's Ronald Acuna Jr.
Yep.
But I think he actually does have a chance of going 40-40 this year. It will only, 3 years removed from him being 3 stolen bases short of going 40-40. He's still leading off for Atlanta. Another year removed from his injuries. He was basically almost fully healthy last year. Going to be in for a big year this year, being fully healthy. I think he can absolutely go 40-40 and win the NL MVP. I mean, we've seen what he can do, right? I mean, the guy's an absolute beast. And then we got all these new rules changing, no shifting, bigger bases, pickoff attempts are changing. The stolen bases are not going to be there for the guys getting 10. They used to get 5, get 10. The guys that used to get 15 now get 20. I think same with the guys that used to get 30, you can now get up to 35-40. So I think, Ronald Acuna Jr.'s got a legit chance. What's the odds on Acuna?
Oh, he's actually better odds than my pick, which I didn't expect. He's plus 850.
Okay. I'm getting a little bit less dark horse here.
Yep. So mine's the second betting favorite, and it's Trea Turner.
Okay, so it's Glenjamin agrees with us. Him and Trea will go 40-40.
It's very funny. We're very stolen base centric today. I think, again, like our guy just said, he very well, Trea could get 40-40. And last week I predicted that Acuna would go for 40-40. And now J-Ram. So I think Trea, again, especially with Hoskins out and Bryce out for a little while, I think he's going to put the team on his back because he has to, him and Schwartz. But we'll see. I'm excited for Trea this year. And just he strikes me as someone that wants to prove his contract because he got paid. And I think he's going to be a guy that's going to work his tail off and be as good as he can.
Yeah, no, I agree.
For you, that I did not ask you before the show, so this is not good. If you were to have a dart throw at a player to win MVP.
What's that? Say it again. On what?
A dart throw for a player to win MVP.
Yep.
Who would it be?
You're talking about somebody that's like
first, and then
somebody that's like a very, very dark horse.
Yep, I'm gonna just say mine because I just Randy Arozarena. He's if you bet. Hold on, I need to put this exact in. $10 on DraftKings for Randy Arozarena. You get
live
$1,000.
Okay. So it's like this guy's like betting live on air.
Oh no, I'm not actually betting live.
Okay.
But just like that type of player. His World Baseball Classic, again, I did not like it. The catch he made was great. And if the Rays are good, he's going to be the reason why. So I just think that could be like a good sprinkle some money somewhere, see what happens.
Yeah. I'm going to go really dark horse. He may not even be on your list. He might be. Bit of a homer pick, but it's someone that's done it before, and we just talked about him. I think Kris Bryant, a full year healthy in Colorado, absolutely could get a MVP quality. I mean, last year in his first, it's going to be his first full year in Colorado. I mean, he was on pace to have a monster year. He had 5 home runs in the first month of the season, and it was hitting for a high average. The guy's going to hit a high average, gets on base at a high average.
It's the same odds.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. See, I think. I don't know what the odds are if you can even bet on comeback player of the year, but I feel like Kris Bryant has a really good chance. If he can stay healthy in a full year in Colorado, I mean, that guy could easily hit 40, 45 home runs, if not more.
Yeah. All right.
I like that. I like that little the dark horse one. I like that. Hold on 1 second. I think I may have found it. That would have been right at the season started, right?
Yeah. March. Well, it also was delayed last year, right?
Yeah, but not by much. I have my show notes dated, so I'm trying to figure out what month or show we would have done it in. Just give me a second. Oh, I got him.
Attaboy. Let's go.
How funny is this? I'm not even kidding. This show last year aired on the exact same date, 3/29.
That's wild.
Well, obviously, I think we did Tuesdays, or I don't know. I think we did Tuesdays last year. That's maybe why. Okay, Rookie of the Year, AL, Riley Green, huge bust.
Mine was Josh
O'Neal. Okay, O'Neal Cruz for NL, decent season, not good enough.
Bryce Stott.
He didn't get who won NL Rookie of the Year last year. Why am I drawing a blank on this? It was okay. Cy Young. I went Dylan Cease. Not a bad pick, but wasn't there. I went Max Fried for the NL.
Yeah.
MVP, I did go Ohtani last year. Got absolutely robbed. And then NL, I went Trea Turner.
Yeah.
We didn't do prospect last year.
No, I don't know why. You would have thought Dave would have made us because we're a prospect show. But, but Jason, I'm going to tell you about my prospect. And I do feel bad because I feel like the prospects I talk about are ones that I acquire in trades like recently. And that's what today.
Of course. Yeah.
His name is Prelander Berroa.
Okay.
He's a pitcher for the Mariners. They just traded for him in like this past offseason from the Giants, and he's been on their radar for a while. Which, again, smart teams make smart decisions. And he tore it up during spring training. So even, what's his name? What's the coach of the Mariners? I literally just wrote coach.
Okay, so wait, real quick. Let me pause you for a second. We were having this discussion the other day how the baseball manager has just kind of become an afterthought now. They don't have these big, large names anymore. They're almost just
still the Cubs coach.
Yes.
Okay.
I have not been keeping up on our banners. I've been too engulfed with our conversations and trying to find last year's predictions.
Scott Servais?
Scott Servais, yeah. So my thought was we tried to name like more than like 5 or 6 managers of baseball teams, and it's near impossible.
Well, you just think of the players. You'd say Ross, Cora, Boone, and then Kapler, Rocco Baldelli, and that's it.
Just some old players. That's about all I can think of at this point. But anyways, go ahead.
So he basically said that he's planning on bringing him in at some point this season, and he just got reassigned to Double-A. They're using him as a starter in Double-A, and I think they're going to bring him up as a bullpen piece, but I think moving forward, he could continue to be a starter. So he's just someone that I'm monitoring. I didn't do like a gigantic trade for him, but I traded like Profar for him, which is fine. I don't need like an extra outfielder. But I'm excited about him just because he's on the Mariners and they decide to trade for him and he's got a cool name.
Hey, I like that. Those are all valid points.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with someone that's not quite as deep, but it's not quite as high. Maybe you tell me. I'm going to go with Mason Montgomery, left-handed pitcher for Tampa Bay.
Okay.
He's a little bit deeper. He was a 6th-round pick out of Texas Tech for Tampa Bay. However, last year he really started to rise up the rankings, obviously from a strong 2022 season, made it all the way to Double-A. And in 2022, he had a 2.1 ERA, 1.06 WHIP, had 191 Ks, only 44 walks. That's in 134 innings pitched. So the strikeout ability is huge. Right now, he only has 3 pitches, which I just talked about Gausman only having 2 earlier. I'm a little concerned about the pitch mix. I don't know if 3 is going to be enough. Obviously, it's been enough at the lower levels. Now we're going to start getting here in Double-A. He probably will start off 2023 in Double-A again. He only had a little bit of a small sample in Double-A in 2022. But I think, if he has another strong 2022 and gets up to, even if he stays in Double-A, right? I mean, Tampa Bay knows how to develop pitchers.
Yeah.
I think he could obviously be a top 50 prospect by end of 2023.
I've never heard of him. So
I guess then he is a breakout. Oh, yeah. Some people have.
All right.
Yeah.
My final needless thing. I got lost in a draft today. That draft being the 2013 MLB draft, a draft that you were very familiar with, Jason.
Wait, start this over again. You got lost in a draft?
I got lost in a draft. I heard.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay.
Draft, and then I looked it up, and then I spent like 30 minutes assessing the draft.
You went down the rabbit hole. Yeah, it's the best. Going back and looking at like top 10. Remember you sent me that sheet where it's like top 10 prospect from 2016 and stuff? It's the best.
Have you seen the tweet that's like, guys can just stand around and just say like baseball players' names?
Yeah.
That's very much what we're about to do. All right. This guy, so the number 1 overall pick, Mark Appel, bust.
Yes. Well, this man has had a very interesting roller coaster ride.
He got drafted twice. So
yes.
Next, Kris Bryant. Yes.
Yeah. That was the year. So like real quick, as a Cubs fan, I can remember them like that was a big hoopla. Like, are they going to go Kris Bryant? Are they going to go Appel? We need pitching, right? Everyone needs pitching. Cubs are going to take whoever falls. Luckily, the Astros were idiots and took Appel instead of Kris Bryant, and now Cubs have the World Series. But anyways, go ahead.
All right, John Gray, fine. Like he's not great, but sure. We're basically just stealing the segment that I sent to you, but we're just going to do this.
Yeah.
Cole Stewart. Nope.
Mm-mm.
Clint Frazier. Nope. Colin Moran. Nope.
Yeah.
Number 7, Trey Ball. Yikes. He's a really good guy. Next, this guy's still on the Royals. Hunter Dozier.
And you know what's funny is he's like one of those guys like I guess it's hard to say when you're drafting guys in the top 10, you want stars, but you can't argue with what Hunter Dozier's been as a major leaguer. It's just been consistently, it's just a guy a little bit above probably like a 1 or 2 WAR player. So it's not awful, but it's not great either in the top 10. But okay, go ahead.
Meadows, fine.
Same thing.
I'd say he's above average.
Like a 2 or 3 WAR player in the top 10 is not bad.
Will Bickford, never heard of him. He's green. Why is he green? Player did not sign. Okay, that makes sense. Next, Dom Smith.
Bust.
Nope. DJ Peterson.
Damn.
Hunter Renfroe. Fine. I'd
say
good, between Dozier and Meadows. Like Meadows is probably a better baseball player, but Renfroe is probably a better fantasy player just because of the home runs.
Yep.
Next, Reese McGuire. Next, Braden Shipley. This is so bad.
You know what's so funny too is like, for whatever reason, MLB won't let teams trade draft picks. And for what reason?
It would make it so much better.
Dumb. It would be so much better if like teams could trade up. You could trade it up to take Mark Appel and the guy retires to be a priest like the next year. That's a sick burn on that team.
Yeah. J.P. Crawford, good. Like average.
Yeah. Yep.
Tim Anderson, hit.
Awesome.
Good. So far, we're at pick 17.
Two hits.
2 players have been worth it. Chris Anderson, nope. Marco Gonzalez, fine.
Yeah.
Jonathan Crawford, no idea who you are, sir. Nick Cafillo, nope.
No clue.
Hunter Harvey, never worked out.
Nope.
Chichi Gonzalez.
Never worked out.
Billy McKinney.
Never worked out.
Christian Arroyo, super utility guy for the Sox.
And on the Sox now.
Eric Giaggolo. Only the Yankees would draft someone like Giaggolo.
For real.
Next, Philip Irvin.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Yeah. And Rob Comiskey, Ryan Stenek, Travis Tournament, Aaron Judge.
That's insane. What pick was that? Like
32.
32. So competitive balance pick.
Even like Sean Manaea is there. He was picked 34. Like he like if you told me he went first, I would have been like, okay, that was fine.
Yeah.
But these fucking drafts are so. Devin Williams went late. Wow, we're gonna do this too many times. Bellinger went in the 4th round. Like
we need to make this like a recurring segment. Like go through maybe save it for the off seasons, or how about leading up to draft season? Like when the draft starts coming around, we should like pick some random drafts to review the top, even top just like 20. No, it'd be awesome.
Nestor Cortez was drafted 1,000th.
Damn.
Drafts are fucking weird, man.
I know, especially baseball. It's like it's so subjective, right? Like because everyone evaluates players differently. Like where like guys can just be taken in like the 4th round and be like a stud like 4 years later. There's also player development's a huge issue with it too.
People got picked late. Like Benintendi, someone threw a dart on him and he just didn't sign.
Yeah. All right, well, Nick, guess what? Next week, we can actually talk about baseball games results and their results and home runs and who's struggling after 3 at-bats and ready to panic on and who are we selling off and who are we buying after 4 games. I can't wait.
I'm excited.
Oh, and have fun this weekend?
Yeah, full bachelor party recap next.
Yeah. We're going to set aside a new whole hour maybe just for some recap on the bachelor party with WrestleMania to talk about.
Yeah, there's gonna be next. If you thought this week was pointless, just wait till next week.
All right, Nick. I'll see you later.
See ya.